I stay myself, I never change, yeah. Do whatever, get you paid, yeah.
Cause, but I still low. Got 100 different to myself.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. We've got a good one on tap today, and there's going to be two quarterbacks ready to get it done on the gridiron. It's Wilson's Seahawks going up against Ryan's Falcons.
All right, Larry, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. A moment ago, here was the scene. The Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. Here's Bosher to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. The former Gamecock here. This is Mike Davis. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
On second down, Wilson. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. It's a big play there for Seattle. 44 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. They go play action here on first down. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
Second and 10 now. Wilson underneath to Davis. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll lead here to a third down.
I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
So important that you keep an opening drive going because you want to set the tempo right away. And you and I both know you can't set a tempo if you're punting the football away.
Yeah, maybe early. Don't want to be too over the top, but you're right. Big third down conversion. A dump off for Davis. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll be second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Mike Davis taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Seahawks take the ball down the field and score on the opening drive. Now Wilson. It's caught. And it's 8-0. Opening drive touchdown, and 2-point conversion.
Amazing nowadays for the kickers. I've actually talked with a few of them. They're more concerned about the point after touchdown than actually missing regular field goals. So maybe the coach is taking some pressure off here and just going for 2 and saying, I'm saving you for the big stuff later.
He's hanging out by the net. And a good job here by the Falcons. Their hands team able to recover it. So an onside kick fail in the first quarter. Not sure I completely see the logic there.
It's not apparent, is it? You almost have to go deeper, I think, and maybe if we try and work along with them and speculate a little bit here, they must feel like they need to steal possessions in this game. And maybe they don't match up possession for possession with the opposite team. They got to steal it and try and gain an advantage, and they tried.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Sheldon Richardson able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of 3. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. 3rd and long. It's Ryan. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Brad McDougal. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Well, let's go league-wide before this next drive starts. Last week, we discussed some of the trades that happened. Jay Ajayi did look pretty good in a Philly uniform, long touchdown run.
Boy, they really made a great deal to get him, and now they compare him with LeGarrette Blount, and he kind of got a thunder-lightning type thing. And Ajayi showed some lightning against Denver. But how about this? Kelvin Benjamin went, but on a Thursday night game, not enough time to get him ready to play for his new team in Buffalo. Jimmy Garoppolo did not play with San Francisco. We'll find out when they both will get on the field. And how about the Saints and the Cardinals? Because remember, the Adrian Peterson trade, I think it benefited both teams.
Yeah, AP went over 100 yards. Kamara and Ingram, they've really settled in as well. Now Wilson on 2nd down. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Brooks Reed in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. 3rd and long. It's Wilson. And the pressure gets to him again. Adrian Claymore in there to drop him, and back-to-back sacks now bring up 4th and long. They'll indeed go for it with Wilson. And this is incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. It'll be a gain of 3, and it also takes us to the end of the first quarter of play.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
On 2nd down, here's Ryan. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be 3rd and 10 now. Now Ryan. On the screen, this is Coleman. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 5 yards on the screen, but that'll take us to 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. Dan Quinn's guys unable to come through there on 4th down. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Yardage here, back to the 15. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
It's not always as straight as that team wanted it more than the other, but on that play, it actually was true. They were faster to the ball.
They go again with Davis. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be a 3rd and about 13. From the gun, it's Wilson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks him. And he'll be marked down at the 2-yard line. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this Be Who You Are defense. D lineman, you play the run. Linebacker.
And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman taking it in from 2 yards out. And now the Falcons are within a 2-point conversion of tying up the game. And they'll get set here looking for the 2-point conversion. Now it's Ryan. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. I know it's still just the first half, but we'll see if that 2 points looms large later.
I would have kicked it. And I know that they were trying to equal the score, but sometimes you kind of get seduced into that. It's the first half. Kick the extra point and continue to play so you don't have to chase points later.
And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. On 2nd down, here's Wilson. Dancing to his left. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry? Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
And the Seahawks on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Throwing is Wilson. Over the middle, complete. It's Richardson. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. A good pick up there of 20 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack. Back at the 47-yard line. Adrian Claiborne in there to drop him for his 2nd sack now here tonight. Here's Wilson throwing on 3rd and long. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Shreds him with a stiff arm. That one 28 yards on the ground.
And that's why defense coordinators always preach 11 guys to the ball. Because sometimes you have a missed tackle, but if you have a swarm of guys around, less room for them to roam even after the first missed tackle. In this case, tackle was missed, plenty of open field to get after that.
Now a play fake here on first down. Steps away to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Ryan. And he rifles one incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Caught on the right side by Jones. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. So on 4th down, off goes Matt Ryan, and on is another Matt Bryant. And the 42-year-old veteran's kick is up and good. And with that, they'll take a 1-point lead here in the second.
It's good to be the kicker for the top offense in the NFL, and Matt Bryant was that in 2016. Led the league in scoring with 158 points, but boy, does Atlanta find him valuable. So dependable and clutch.
And he's been valuable in this league for a while. Hard to believe he's been around since 2002. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's got his man on the crossing route. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now Wilson on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to go out of bounds. He takes this one down shy of the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. It's Desmond Trufant, and his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. In not great starting field position here for the offense. After the interception, here's Ryan. And Jones has it over the middle. He's at the 50, 30, the 20, 10, and he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And they extend their lead, a little added cushion into the lockers. What a way to finish.
Tremendous way. That's momentum that they carry in with them. Can they convert it and bring it back out to start the third quarter?
Final play of the half. It's Ryan. And he's got it here for the 2 points, but there is a marker down, so we'll have to see what that's about. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. And a good job here by the Falcons, their hands team, able to recover it. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach. We can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
Third quarter starts with a run by Freeman. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Here's Ryan. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. A very solid gain of 27. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. The Falcons on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop it. And he's got it. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. Dan Quinn's guys unable to come through there on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs. Now Wilson back into his end zone. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there. That'll bring up 2nd down.
There's so much precision in an offense, especially when you're throwing the ball. And in an out route, plenty of it. How about the quarterback hitting his back foot, ball's out of his hands, receiver making his break. Making his cut. He's got to time up perfectly. Not always easy to do.
Just let him a little too much.
Yeah, I remember back in the good old days, I was talking to a quarterback, and he said everything they did was on the count system. He counted in his head for certain routes, different time frames for each one, and he knew if the ball wasn't out of his hand at that point, he'd better eat it because the play was dead.
They'll throw again from their own end zone. And left side here, it's Graham. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. That'll go for a gain of 13, helping big time to get away from that end zone. First down. And they run with a backup. This is Thomas Rawls. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
Give him 6 on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
The rushing numbers for Wilson may be down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. It's caught outright by Graham. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
On first down, Wilson. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Brooks Reed in there to get him for his second sack of the night. On second down, Wilson. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Brooks Reed in there to get him again. The third time he sacked him here tonight. Throwing on third and long. Wilson going for the deep ball. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Wilson and the offense not coming off the field. They're going for it on fourth. They'll try and throw for it here. He's going to air this out for Baldwin. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Obviously just a huge play, but Charles, as a defender, aren't you often taught just to knock that ball down on fourth?
You're exactly right. We are taught that. Okay, just knock it down, take the ball on offense. But sometimes you have to know when to break the rules. And he did, to the tune of 6 points.
Now Matt Bryant on for the point after. And the lead is up to 14. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This is fielded at the goal line. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. 2nd and 10 now. Wilson. And Graham's got it over the middle. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A Seahawk first down. Wilson to his big target, Graham. First down, this is Rawls. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 more on that one and another first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Baldwin with it over the middle. And he takes it down deep into Atlanta territory. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. So the offense lining up 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Brooks Reed bringing the pressure again, and that is his 3rd sack here tonight. Now Wilson looking to throw on 2nd down. And he's going to go down again. Brooks Reed in there again. My goodness, that is now his 4th sack tonight. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the shotgun, Wilson. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Graham. Well, they'll get 15, but that won't be nearly enough. It's 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. And he's got some space here. Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. And the Falcons' defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game, but boy, not getting that when that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs, a team with the ball, guess what? Going to 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away.
Hey, let's go.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Well, Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
2nd down following the run. Freeman again. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 3rd down, it's Coleman, and he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll run for it. It's Freeman. Devontae Freeman. They're not going to get him. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. The decision to go for it pays off, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Oh, look at this. Ryan's going to throw it. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the all-pro free safety, Earl Thomas. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. but they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. On the return, here's Justin Hardy. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. On second down, Freeman. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on third?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
It's a gain of 8 there, and that should be enough to seal the victory. They'll run it now out of the gun. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Ryan. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's third down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. It's a win for the Falcons here as we say so long from Atlanta.
Yeah. Young Gerald. Yeah. 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 Die line with the boom pow. Every week now I switch to a new style. 212s in the back just blew out. Everything I do end up in the news now. Yeah, lead a club with a few now. Just some Hollywood and they do. I'm in the mood now. 2 a.m. What you wanna do now? What you wanna do now? Little baby, pass. Don't spill on me. That's Margella. Got this Oakland game to tell her. She look familiar. At Coachella, what's her name? Isabella. Forget it. Yeah. It's like a week ago, but we both know how weekends go. Tryna function, got some places we could go. Lockjaw got me speaking slow like, yeah, I'm blessed. I don't GA. You tryna, yes on yes. Say less. Say less. You ain't go. Say less. Yeah. Say less. Hey girl, what it do? If you got friends, cool, bring a few through. No fun if the homies man. R.I.P. Nate Dogg, this too true. And you know what I'm down for. Round 2, round 3, and a round 4. Mood switch when she knocked at the front door. Next up was the uproar. Yeah, was like a week ago, but we both know how weekends go. Tryna tuck off, got some places we could go. Swear she got the like wow, she's blessed, I'm blessed. I don't GA. You tryna yes on yes. Say less. Say less. You ain't go. Say less. Sheesh.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to Madden 18 on EA Sports. As we head towards kickoff, 2 quarterbacks will be on the field today trying to push their team to victory. It's Ryan's Falcons going up against Tyrod Taylor's Bills.
Larry, we're just about 4 miles off the shores of Lake Erie at New Era Field in Orchard Park. A few moments ago, to the delight of this Buffalo crowd, it was the Bills racing out of the tunnel as they get set to match up with Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Now Taylor on first down. Jones has it. And they'll get him down here at the 23. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
On third down, Taylor. Looking for his tight end, Clay, and it's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant, and they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. They'll try and run for the first time with Freeman. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second. On second down, here's Ryan. And this is caught at the 8. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 to the 5-yard line. A gain of 32 that time. Here's Ryan. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain on the screen there. It's second down.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball takes the play off. The running back, because he's eager to get the pass. And sometimes he doesn't act very well about whether he's going to block or leak out or whatever. And I think that they saw that, and that's why they were able to get to him on it.
So now third and goal. Will the defense... And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. Well, Devontae Freeman scored the first points of Super Bowl 51, and he's got the first points here as he's in for 6.
And I don't want to be snarky here. It's going to come off that way a little bit, but that didn't work out so well for them in Super Bowl 51 against New England when he scored the first touchdown in that game. But I like what they've started with here. Now, here's the thing about Freeman. I love his game. Can run it inside, can get to the perimeter, can catch the football.
And he'll get it up past. They'll start on the ground with McCoy. And he'll get about 3 as he takes his...
And it closed fast.
They'll go again to McCoy. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point, you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
Let's go! Flex round! Ohio!
On 3rd down, here's McCoy. No gain on the play there. Nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Off the corner. Where'd he come from? Well, I guess he came off the corner, but really nice play.
I like when you're able to pose a question and answer it at the same time. That's exactly where he came from, but it's not something that you normally see. Most of the time, we're thinking about those guys covering pass catchers. In this case, he was a big factor in the run game. No gain.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. First down. Throw left side complete. That's Freeman. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play. And it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the first. They'll run it now out of the gun. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession to begin quarter number 2. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. Another shot here from the 2 as they come up on 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And almost intercepted. Would have been a huge pick in the end zone, but as it stands, that brings up 4th.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
They come out here in the eye. Now they'll send a tight end in motion left. They'll run it. Freeman. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman. And oh, it's no good for this. Here's Bosher to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And the Bills getting set to go. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
They'll throw on first down with Taylor. And his throw is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Andre Holmes that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Well, with that pass going awry, Charles, I hate to discuss this, but we need to. Deshaun Watson goes down with an injury, ACL tear done for the season, and boy, that's tough.
It is extremely tough, especially when we do everything possible to protect players in practice, to make sure you have good practices, no injuries. And it just happened on a routine, normal play. And when he gets back, he will make the same exact movements again. Just a freak injury. And now the Texans, that's going to be tough. The #1 scoring offense with him, they really struggled against Indianapolis Colts.
Yeah, they did. Just 14 points. He's got it at the 15. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Kelvin Benjamin, 52 yards. And the Bills draw a bit closer.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route? To get it to the end zone.
Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They'll throw on first down with Ryan. He finds an opening past the 40. Here's Sanu on the catch. 15 yards through the air and a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And a nice gain of 21 yards. On first down, Ryan. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's second down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And now running right through it. Oh, now he bowls him over. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, the chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Going deep for Benjamin. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Taylor now off the bootleg. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Vic Beasley coming in from that outside linebacker spot. He gets him down for a loss of 5. Off the bootleg. Taylor looking downfield for Jones. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Robert Alford. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. 1:59 to go in the first half. Back to Buffalo after this. Coming left, it's Freeman. Finding some room at midfield. And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6. A big run there by Freeman. 57 yards on the ground. They go play action here on first down. This will be caught at about the 6. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. He'll get only 2 there, and it's second and goal.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Now Ryan on second down. Flushed out right. Oh, nearly picked. Yeah, maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down. Pretty lucky to get the football back. Had his target out there waving the arms, saying I'm open, but maybe didn't see him quick enough.
And I know the jokes are always about defensive backs' hands. What really actually happens, you don't get many opportunities. You get over anxious, and you start to think about taking it away and going the other way instead of focusing and catching the ball.
On third and goal, Ryan. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Mohamed Sanu from 4 yards out. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Here's Bosher to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Oh, what a move. A second nice move, a spin. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And here come the Bills. They'll start the drive with a carry by McCoy. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
This is caught at the 20. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Kelvin Benjamin. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown. And this is back to a 5-point game. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Now it's Ryan. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. I want to switch gears for a second. A couple exciting plays last week in the NFL. One you and I were discussing earlier. How about that Tyreek Hill play into the first half in Dallas?
Yeah, we usually use the word gate with everything, right? Now it's Mary when it's big plays like this. So this is the Hill Mary, isn't it? Putting that big wall in front of him. But how about the moves, the elusiveness to break that play against Dallas? Absolutely amazing. And then Sammy Watkins for the Rams. Yeah. 3rd and 30 plus. Not only did he convert, he scores a touchdown against the Giants in New York.
And the first time someone in the NFL has converted to 3rd and 30 plus in the 21st century. Hard to believe. And he's able to get up here to the 26. The screen gets 7, but it's not enough. And it'll be 4th down. Final play of the half. It's Ryan. It's caught. Jones. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. The decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Running right, this is Freeman. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play there. Second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up. Now Ryan. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he's going to be out of bounds down near the 35-yard line. A Falcon first down. Ryan to his young tight end Hooper. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Ryan. He'll air this one toward Coleman. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
That's a first down if he holds on, but you saw the contact, able to jar it free from him and force a 4th down.
Great play defensively there, as you said, just to knock it free, because if he had caught that, past the sticks, 1st down. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, but the net gain, 3 points.
And you're going to have drives like that in this league. Sometimes you just got to take the 3 and move on. Always better than nothing. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Let's go! What? What? Let's go!
Taylor with a give to McCoy. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Powerful running. Being chased out left. Now he'll let this one go deep right sideline. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Robert Alford. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
After the interception, here's Ryan. Sanu with a grab over the middle. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. All right, you ready to go on a tangent with me here real quick?
Let's go.
We were discussing off-air the top 5 picks in the 2016 draft. Boy, those guys are having good seasons, aren't they?
They really nailed that one, didn't they?
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Preston Brown, the linebacker.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
After the interception, here's Taylor. And this is caught at the 8. And they do get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A good pickup there, 26 yards. From the gun, it's Taylor. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Ricardo Allen Allen with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
As much football as we watch, we've seen this work many times. In the red zone, first down, take a shot at the end zone, and points result. In this case, though, give credit to the defense. They outguessed them, were prepared, and intercepted the pass.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah. Will they make up for it? Second down, it's McCoy. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now Taylor going to hand this one off to McCoy. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down.
Come on, let's go.
Third and long, it's Taylor. Flush to his right. And he's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play of quarter number 3. Back now in Buffalo. The Bills have the football, but they trail here as we begin quarter number 4. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. No move to pull the offense. Taylor's going to go for it. Here we go. It's Taylor on 4th down. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Deion Jones in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. And they don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. Going to give to Freeman on the draw. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman taking it in from 14 yards out. And the Falcons will extend their lead. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. Defensively, certainly not fooled there. Play started at the 2, and he was tackled at the 2.
That has to feel good for them. Not happy about having given up the touchdown, but stopping the 2-point conversion gives them a little bit of a lift as they head to the bench.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the Wild Bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. Give him 18 on that one as the Bills are going to have a first down. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. He got 29 yards that time. On 1st and 10, it's Taylor. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And this is caught at the 8. And they do get him down, but not before he reaches the 4-yard line. He got 29 yards that time. Again, it's Taylor. Forced out to his left. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. Tyrod Taylor taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Bills have cut it to within a score. So they get the score, partner. Game's not over, but they still need some help here.
Agreed. They definitely need some help, but they took care of the first part by scoring themselves.
Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And they'll start in a hole here as he's brought down at the 11-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down. And they're going to speed things up here. On 2nd down, Ryan. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. Tanner Vallejo in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. From the shotgun, Ryan. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Let's go.
Throwing now, Taylor on 1st down. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And they had it there so close to the goal line, a chance to take it across, claim the lead here in the fourth. Boy, that was a big, big mistake.
It really was, and as much as I want to give credit to the defense for making the play, I do tend to agree with you. That mistake, that's a chance to go in and take the lead. I mean, you're in great shape, yet you don't take care of the football. But they'll be going over that like crazy in the upcoming weeks.
And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Again, they'll run with Freeman. And now running right through it. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Wants to throw it. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Ryan to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Space to maneuver at the 40. Caught on the right side by Jones. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A good pickup there of 20 yards. And now a 1st down following that long gain. Here's Ryan. Buying time to his left. And Jones has it over the middle. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st. Throwing now is Ryan. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first it's good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaunt. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Buffalo.
hard for my squad and I put that on. Squad. All I got is my word and my word is my bond. Squad. Yeah, they gon' look at you different when you moving forward. But you stick to the code, you get yours, I get mine. Squad. Yeah, I go extra high for my entourage. Check my repertoire, Jim Jones. Everywhere I go, you know it's reppin' time. It's reppin' time. When Latifah ready, when we set it off, we set it off. If they sleeping on me, I'ma wake them up. They fakers. I really do. I'm kicking up, the rent is due. Plus I got my mama and my kiddies too. They growing up. Time is moving faster. What we wasting for? No holding back. Got a lot to prove. I owe you that we all we got. I go out for my squad and I put that on. Squad. All I got is my word and my word is my bond. Squad. Yeah, they gon' look at you different when you moving forward. Show this, but just stick.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Anticipation is mounting for today's game, and we've got two quarterbacks looking to make an impact. It's the Browns going up against the Raiders.
All right, Larry, after an off-season of questions, football is back here in the East Bay and Oakland, California. The pregame festivities here in Oakland have to be seen to be believed. This crowd in silver and black, they are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Cleveland Browns. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. This is Isaiah Crowell. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Second down, Kaiser. A screen complete to Crowell. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be third down. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. On third down, Kaiser. And incomplete here on third down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. They're indeed going. It's Kaiser. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked up by Carl Joseph. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Now the first carry for Marshawn Lynch. And some room to maneuver. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Amari Cooper, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Raiders have taken the early lead.
It's never fun for a defense to run on the field knowing that they're having to defend a short field. Just the idea of trying to limit an offense in that position, daunting for a defense.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. Three and a half to go, first quarter. They begin with a run by Crowell. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
And when you're trying to set up a counter play, it's what a lot of people call an influence play. You're really hoping those defensive linemen are really agile that day. If they stayed out late the night before the game and they're not moving as fast, it's a lousy call because that means they're just going to sit in the hole that you have to create just by the movement of your offensive line.
And there they got the ball to the outer third of the field, but tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, things get stacked up in there if they don't move as well as you want them to, and probably just trying to escape and couldn't get away.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the shotgun, it's Kaiser. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And a great spot to start this drive from here. Now after the INT, it's Carr. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Carr can beat you in a lot of ways. The scramble there, a perfect example as he gets the first.
Obviously, a big play was needed, and you can see his eyes light up as he realized there's absolutely no one in front of him. And he takes off and goes a long way. Not only does he pick up a first down, but a big gain to boot.
They go play action here on first down. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Not something you see a whole lot of, a sack of Derek Carr, and due in large part to a good O-line. Carr was sacked on less than 3% of his dropbacks last year, lowest in the league.
Oakland knew it was important to take care of their quarterback. They picked up Donald Penn, Kelechi Osemele, and Rodney Hudson in recent years, and it's paid off.
He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for third down. Now they've gotten it to the 1. Can they get that final yard here on third and goal? Working from the gun, it's Carr. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Marshawn Lynch, a 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. Well, it was third and 1. I was expecting run, so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for 6 and a Raider touchdown. So they